Hi folks, and how are you? I am your happy healer, Keith Landy. I just wanted to come on and give you an update in where we're at with things in the sale of the home and our presidential plans and what we're doing. And one thing that I have been good at is being a good student. I've learned. Just like doing this media, I have learned. And I see what the right way to do things are, and I do my best to exceed those ways and to not just settle for what is merely the best of what came my way, but rather to make and improve upon that if I can. It's not a pointless endeavor. It's not just doing things for no regard. It's the exact opposite. It's realizing that we all have regard and care, that we need to care. And that's where my run is rooted in, the fact that we all have value and a God-given purpose in this life, one I am so proud of for each one of us. And to think, the closer we get to being able to serve to that purpose, the happier we all get to be, because that is our purpose. So in keeping in line with what our goals are and continuing to keep the progress moving forward, I am so excited to also announce that right here I have worked on moving this mission forward in a variety of ways. One of those is with our art. I have so much amazing art to share with you guys, and it's exciting. And also, I have other plans. Good ones. Things that we can do to learn off of and to share and I say, bear yourself, because in that comes clarity of what you must do, because the world makes sense to you then, and your world to everyone else in it also makes sense. That's important. This world is a world that makes little sense right now, but it's making more and more the more that your happy healer is in it. And for our supporters, the stuff we talk about, because it's based on love. That's right. It is based on love. And so we are we're really excited about everything that's possible in the area of the system of love. That's where we get excited, because the more that you know about it, and my supporters, they've been following this for so long, they are seeing the light, and that they know we have a better way to go, and that right now none of the other presidential candidates are actually serving to the cause of inspiration. None of them are asking us to do a damn thing except for say sorry for who we are, rather than to love ourselves from deep within and to pull from there and realize in an honest sense what we all must do. We are prepared to make sacrifice. Nobody asked it of us. Nobody says the things that warrant it. Instead, they're operating off of greedy intent, and out of that comes the greedy results we see of corruption, murder, death, and despair. It just never seems to have an end, and your happy healer contends the only way forward is to get serious in the moment, now, and to say we matter, we have a purpose and cause, and to get to that cause is so incredibly important. That is our purpose in this life, is to love. We get that. It's so important, and that's why I am running for President of the United States. My happy healers know that. They accept that because they realize that we all should be living a life worth living, and that right now we are so far away from that, and that greedy's intent is taking on even the child's life because we just tell them stop dreaming and just do things the way that the greedy world does. And that's what it is, and why we lose our innocence and we come into being an adult, and what that means in capitalism. We have to take this very seriously, my friends. And we could do capitalism as so far as we put people above capitalism. Humanity must have value. That is the point. And we can go on about the business of how this world goes round, but humanity in America, in the strongest country in the world, must have value. That is what humanity in America is stepping up and saying. That is why we have been having all of this content and this contention. It never ends. It only gets worse because greed is ensuring of that, my fellow Americans. And that's why we can't forget what's caused all this. It wasn't that Donald Trump came about and from nowhere decided to step up and won and then caused what we see. It was that a situation prior to him demanded that we do something different. We did not. We kept going in that direction, and out of it came Donald Trump. We can't get confused about that. This is the truth we are talking about. It is God's one truth. It is the truth. That's it. The truth. It's where we have all come from together when we recognize the fact that if we don't address that truth, that no matter where we go in the future, we will continue bumping into that same problem. You can't leave some Americans behind and make them the evil ones while the just ones and the angels are forging ahead on either side. None of them are angels, and none of us are angels. We all live in sin, and we all make mistakes, and we are all far from perfect. However, one great thing we do have in our arsenal of tools, it is built in us in our very creation, is that love. It comes with the greed and everything else. That's why I say it's a human condition, and that if we are ever to address it, we have to use another human condition, even more powerful, and to the power of our needs and necessity. We have to know that we can rely upon love, because greed's coming around and saying you can't. And then when we see the truth represents what greed is telling us. It's saying you can't, so that love will never be there. But we have to change that, and that's why we have to change that. We have been doing the system of greed, but we have to go to the system of love. And it's the system of love where you have health care for all and income for all. That's the system of love. It recognizes that humanity is moving to an area, it's evolving, it's our new spiritual awakening. We get to be creators. We get to do so much in the world of creation. And people will tell you that is humanity's role moving forward. We have to acknowledge that now and see that vision and to go there, because that's what China's doing. That's what the natural world is doing. That is what the race is in our time. And if we are to be in that race, we have to stop our greed. That's the only thing that'll make us able to do anything. And that's what the people want and deserve. None of these candidates are offering us unity. None of them. None of them. Think about it. You don't get it from Donald Trump. You don't get it from any of the candidates on the left. All of them. They all are equal in the fact that they don't offer unity. No love. So it's all about hate. It's who wins in that hate, who gets to be the angel for the longest in a world of hate. And you know what? We are looking to elect a candidate in a world of greed and hell and hate. We're looking for the least corrupt among people. This is bad news. We need to instead say we accept good people who can speak to us, who know what we're trying to achieve, we're a judge of character beyond measure as a human species. We know how to say, this man, and my God, I know what he is about. And this is why so oftenly we get upset about who they put in front of us, because we see their eagerness. They're not offering anything. They're not bringing something new to the table. It's the same stagnation. It's just packaged up in what they think you want to hear. And golly, that is not a leader. I am stepping up, not saying the things I think you want to hear, but the things I think you would want to have heard had they been telling them to you, because this is where we want to go. Oftentimes, it's for a leader with vision to see where we are all headed, and then it's for a great politician to explain that to the people, and they lack in both of those areas. Yet I am not a politician. I am your happy healer for president of the United States. God has blessed in me the ability to speak and communicate with my fellow man in order so that I can lift his spirit up, bring him back from the abyss, and so that he can continue on to live. We fight against suicide and depression and the harshest hell that this world and hell and the devil can throw at us, but yet we do it in love and in truth. That's how we are so effective, and we should be using that kind of truth to solve America's problems, and then we all shall get somewhere, and until we do that, we get nowhere. That's why it's important, I say, my fellow Americans, let's get serious about these times. And to Mr. Paulson, if you are watching, which I think you are, then I say, allow time for the process, okay? I'm running for president. I am focused on what I'm doing. You know what I want to do. I make that clear. But allow time for the process. As you know, as clear as day, we are moving forward in this cell. Given the time, we have got to go to the county comptroller's office, is so what I have learned. I am communicating this with my team as far as the people who are involved in the deal. And I just ask, you know what's going on. I'm keeping you informed right here because I am, by golly, really nervous about the whole process. Something like this to get in front of the planes, the kinds of things that I'm talking about would just be unheard of. And quite frankly, I believe in what I'm doing, sir. And I love all. I love you. And you know that that's a big statement right there, sir, given all of that I have been through with you. So we'll keep it at that for now because this is a positive cast. But I will say, allow time. Allow time. Because time is what will be able to make this go through. You will have that money that is owed to you on this deal. I will have the ability to go on and do what I feel I am supposed to do and to live the fate and the life that I am supposed to live, and all parties can be happy in that way. And then I say, live a life of value. By golly, I pray for that for you. You need that. And we all need that. I need that. Everybody needs that. We need virtue and value in this life beyond money. Money is crap, and it gets you in trouble, and it causes corruption, and it causes greed, and it causes hell. But if you open your heart and you open your ears, even you too, Paulson, could be a happy healer, buddy. Okay, God bless you guys, and good night.